know for every laugh we share today, there'll be a teardrop later on. I know the more I have, the more I have to lose, the less I feel I've won.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Just a Sister Thing, and today is finally reveal day for the journal. If you recall, we did a bunch of tags on the inside, we did several pages, and then I showed you how to do the technique on the building of the book and the curved spine, as well as the decorating of and painting of the book itself. I went ahead and did all of the finished decorating on my own because the good Lord knows how long that would have taken to film. Not the fastest. Okay, so I just want to show you. This is the book all finished. I ended up using fur. I love fur. Plus, you know, I've talked about it before. I was watching The Last Kingdom. Can't stop myself. And so, of course, I had to put some fur on it. It's super, super soft. And then I love to buy these chokers off of the internet. And so I use the choker as the base to hold my ribbon. And I just sew that ribbon on there so that I know it's nice and secure and it's not going to come off. So let's open it up and let's get started. Also on this enclosure, I have a real pretty little set of dangly doodads. And I always sew mine right here because I don't want it to fall off. I don't want her to have to figure out how to put it all back together and all of that. So on the cover, I took one of the cards from the kit off of Etsy, and some lace and some corrugated cardboard, and I think it's beautiful. It has some corner protectors. I couldn't be happier with it. I know that she's gonna love it. She's one of the nicest people on the planet. Okay, so when you open it up, it does open nice and smooth. And on the front cover here, I think I showed before, I put a nice little pocket and some throughout the whole journal there will be some things that I've printed out to put on here. So our first page here is vellum, and also I did a little note to the recipient so that she knows what's going on here. Actually, I think I'm going to set most of the stuff to the side. It'll be easier and faster. This is an introduction to the book and a blessing for the book. And as you can see, I did some gold work and some silver work throughout the book. We have a pretty dyed paper doily, little fabric tabs, some Tim Holtz cardstock, little cards to journal, and this says, "Tell me where the unicorn is." This is just some old scrapbook paper that I've had for years and years, and I think I did a video on how to make this pocket and also these little tags. Cute little envelope. This flips down, has a little message underneath, and also I think we did some of the artwork on this on video. This flips open. Am I in camera? Yep, I'm in frame. Gotta check. And has a little secret place for writing stuff. Another pretty tag. And this is the trifold that we did on camera. And as you can see, it opens up. Has all the little cards that we made. That video should be linked down below. So I'm not going to take out all the tags and things. Whoops, a little fuzzy there. And I always put one of these clips or some form of clip on it to hold it so it doesn't flip open. Again, this is the artwork that's listed below, but also I took some gold and some silver throughout the book. This is a, I think this is a freebie from Andrea at Artie Mays. And all I did was make a little fabric paperclip. This is also another printable, and I will list that down below. They're little library cards. And some sewing. Little library card. I actually would link that, but I'm not sure where that came from. Somebody else printed them and gave them to me, so I apologize. This is one of the cards that I have made a video on. Well, I'm actually thinking that I did not make a video on it. I should make one because they were super fun. I took old pieces of dictionary and folded and folded and folded and glued them so they're nice and sturdy, but they also have a nice crackle to them. Lots of, I like a lot of frilly dillies. The other half of that Tim Holtz cardstock. Again, the artwork is just so pretty that it really, I wanted it to stand alone on the pages that I did print out that were part of the kit. And I just did a little bit of gold gilding and some silver. Some pretty lace to complement. Prints out very nicely on vellum. And this part here is just a kit. Again, I'm going to list it down below. That is Magical Records, because this one is more of a grimoire or a junk journal, or I'm sorry, a book of shadows than it is a normal junk journal. So it has things in it that a normal junk journal don't. And part of that is the magical records, so that if she's doing some plant work, some spell work or whatever, and it gives her all the information to write all of that down, like when the moon was in, the approximate length of it, and that sort of stuff. A lot of nice planetary well wishes. And you know what? Now that we've opened this, I realize I didn't put some of my dangly doodads in here. So I will do that off screen. I will not put you through that. And all I did was embellish some of the pages. The pages are very nice and simple. And again, back to, what is this? Third signature. And I think I did a video where I mixed some of the paste with that. What's my paste called? Oh, it is called Matte Super Heavy Gel. It's nice. You mix it with any color paint, acrylic paint. Did I show it right? There we go. It holds the acrylic paint color, but gives it a real nice texture. It's texturing paste. Made an envelope out of an envelope. The pretty tag. This is a embossed tag. Super fun to do. I guess by that size it would be more of a journaling card. Just some pretty old-fashioned artwork that I found on the internet. I'm not worried about copyright information on this because this is a gift. I'm not actually selling this particular book. So more of that fur trim. And again, this is just something I found on the internet, the same as anybody else. And this is not a book for sale, so not really worried about that. Pretty little dangly doodad. And this is an Audubon page. Another one of her pretty pages. This is a video that we did on paper dolls. And I tucked the night poem in here. I printed on a real soft, fine paper. Super sheer. And, of course, we had to turn her into a fairy. And she's got all kinds of cute little dangly doodads and buttons. Really, really cute. Little fuzzy. Lots of hair fuzzies from the fur. So this is a little watercolor picture that we did. I stamped first and then I just filled in with watercolors. Certainly not an artist, but super fun to do. And this was out of an old cookbook. This was a Tuesday tag along that we did together. And the tag is in here. And then you got a nice little writing space. And also, you got some storage space. You can slip stuff in there on both sides. Cute little pocket. And this, I will show you, is in the back. It's just a bookmark that's glued into the book. It's some pretty tie-dyed vellum. And this little envelope here holds a little spell inside. And it has string. It's a knot spell. So I printed that out for her. I thought she'd get a kick out of that. Lots of pretty laces and eyelash trims. These are, I think, maybe Tim Holtz. Not sure. I'll have to look that up. Cutouts for the not cricket, but that's the only word that's coming to my mind. Anyway, just layered them up, cut some out of dictionary paper, and again put the silver on it. And yep, see, my little dingly dobs aren't in there. It's because they're not hanging down, otherwise I would have seen that. Project still not finished. But her artwork is just so pretty. And that's the center of the signature, and I just wanted to keep that all intact and not divide it up. Old receipts. Real old. I have no idea how old. Pretty snippet rolls. Thinking that I might have done this online. I'm not sure. Just a nice little hidden envelope. On the back of this is a real loose, flexible pocket. And so what I like to do is I have all these little snippets of things that were left over, little pieces of the kit that I cut out, didn't use, little pockets, butterflies. These are from Tina, Shabby Dabby Doodah. And so what I like to do when I'm all done and I'm ready to wrap the journal, I put that in there so that she has a little supply of stuff to play with herself. But in between there is a pocket, and this is oxide dyed index card with a pretty little printout, and I assume this is just a kit at like Joann's or whatever. And some nice antique rhinestones. It says every detail in their journey. Nice little journaling card. More little dangly bits. I have this beautiful girl. I have no idea what artwork this is, but I do believe it's from Mrs. Coggs. Let me see, I actually threw it over here. Mrs. Coggs, I can't find it, but I'm going to list her down below. I think it's Beautiful Witches kit, and this is also from that. So we got two nice little tucks. If she wants to put anything in there, she can. If she writes herself a letter, writes someone else, receives a letter, gets a pretty card in the mail, she can tuck it in there. We did do a video on how to make this seed paper from tea leaves, and that's the pretty plaid paper that I used under it. And this is an embossed ink stained paper by using ink drops. So I'm not sure if everybody knows that. If not, leave a comment below and I'll do a video on it. It's so fun. I love to work with the inks and dyes. This is a giant tag that I just put on wallpaper. I backed it with wallpaper. There's writing space here, it flips open. There's a little bit of gold underneath the piece of lace. Funny thing about this is I was punching a hole in this, punched a hole in that. Not sure how I did that, but I'm like, happy accident. We're going to put a little bow there. There's always room for a pretty little bow. So this is the other half of the envelope that's on the other side. And I took an index card that was also oxide dyed, and I just glued it on the back because I like it to look like an envelope, even though it's not. And again, this is more of the inks, and I can show you these little inks. Alcohol inks you just drop, and you keep working them and sending them into different directions, and you blow on them. It's just such a fun experience. And I think the paper that you use is something like Beppo paper or something like that. Nepo, I'm not sure, but let's do a video together on it. That'd be fun. Found these beautiful tarot card dangly bits here at Joann's at the end of Halloween, and I'm almost out of them. I'm kind of hoping they come out with them again because they're so cute. So cute. I've got some pretty laces from a shirt that I had for like, I don't know, 200 years maybe, and started wearing it thin, so beautiful. Donated. Went right to a good cause. More of her artwork. Again, this is a separate kit that is a digi-kit, and this one was a little confusing for me, hard to understand. Not sure if I'm allowed to sell a journal with them, not sure if I'm not allowed to sell a journal, but this is a gift, so I went ahead and used it. And this describes all of the seasons and holidays in paganism, witchcraft, you know, whatever, however you refer to yourself or to it. But it goes through the season, the lore, how to set up an altar for that season, for that holiday, correspondences like the animals, the colors, and spell work. And I have lots of nice black string where I didn't tie off my string and I left it and just kind of sewed it into it. So this goes through all of the holidays, so to speak, of paganism. And just put little tabs on them so that you can just flip right through to the right one. And it's one of the most beautiful kits available on Etsy. So again, not sure if I'll use it for a journal that I'm selling without actually contacting her and saying, hey, look at the video, this is the video that I did, can I sell my books? I'm not sure about that because it was kind of a confusing little copyright. But her artwork is beautiful, and I think she takes a lot of it from books, and then she decorates the paper and alters it a little bit. It's like maybe Audubon or something like that. Really beautiful. It's artwork that I haven't seen before, but I know that it's layers. So very pretty. Not sure if it's for resale. Look how pretty with the ravens. Love it. And this is my little bookmark. In the back pocket, I have thrown some extra little library cards in there for her. And decorated with lace, lots of string and thread. I threw 2 little envelopes in there for her so that they're both from 2 different kits. And actually, I think this one is from Artie Mays' website. It might be a little Artie Mays freebie, pretty sure. But I thought, oh, how cute. These little birds are happy to live together. So that's how that ended up there. And then we have the back of the journal. And this is, I know that I went over that pretty intensely with a long video on how to accomplish that. And I'm going to leave that because I like it. After the video was over, I went through and varnished it. Just used a simple varnish. Let me see if I have it here. Gloss varnish, Liquitex. Put that on top. Let it dry. Let it dry for a couple of hours, and then it's all finished. And that, after all of this time, is the journal. It feels like I've been working on it forever. I really don't think I have, but it just is one of those projects that has a life of its own and takes off. So I highly recommend the kit, which I will link below. And I used several different kits in here. but the full theme of it was definitely this one. And it was so pretty, I had to dedicate a whole journal to it. Okay, that is it. We're moving on to another journal. So please like and subscribe and share. And if you're local, if you have any questions, give me a shout out down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Shadows played a trick on my eyes. Creatures in my bedroom at night.